Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for May 2019. And this is for you coming from Scorpio. And these are my Kabbalistic tarot cards. Before that, I'll give you my email address, which is andyhoro9@gmail.com. ANDIHORO9, the number 9 @gmail.com. Let me pull the first card, which will have to do for the first 15 days of May. And with this card, I'm going to talk to you about your job possibilities. And it's a very depressing card, which means that in the first 15 days of May, your job can be at a point where you can lose it, or you will have a lot of distress and unhappiness and difficulties and blame. So you've got to be very careful what you say or do in the first 15 days where job is concerned, because everything goes wrong easily. So teamwork would be better in your job rather than going it alone. And watch out for superiors also turning against you. The next card that I pull will be to do about business. Well, the card says that you are overburdened in one way or another. Is it too many businesses, or is it that you are planning to diversify? I would say don't even think of it or trying to attempt to do it in the first 15 days of May, because it already shows that you are burdened with so much financial problems. And so if you open the gates of wanting to get new things done, you will only add to more problems. Yes, you may win a contract, but to satisfy the contract will be very difficult, and then you will start to regret it. So not a good card in business in the sense of exposing yourself to risk. Look after your ongoing, that would be good enough. Even that's going to be a problem. Now I will talk to you about your romance. And if you find a new romance in the first 15 days of May, let's see what the card says. It says you're going to get locked in. You're going to get locked in, which means you're going to be trapped into a new romance if you find it in the first 15 days of May. So if that possibility of the romance appears, don't dive into it. Take your time. Don't commit yourself in the first 15 days. Have everything very lightly considered. Go ahead and meet the person, but do not commit, because this card says you can be very easily trapped into trouble. So watch out. Now I'm going to pull a card regarding your ongoing romance that you already have right now, if you have one. And it says the issue is about money. So financial issues are troubling you, with you listening to me. So look into the area of finances where your ongoing romance is seen. Is this something you're very unhappy about? Is money being wasted, or is it something's happening behind your back? Do some detective work. And also there's a sense of domination from this card. So you're listening to me, so don't dominate your love partner right now, because stress will be put. And if it's your partner who is dominating you, that's a big worry as well. So financial areas and areas of domination are a trouble for you in this new romance. Now regarding, your ongoing romance, I'm going to pull a quick card for you. And let me see. Yes, it's a card of conflict. So your ongoing romance, if you have one, is going to be very troublesome for you. Avoid the conflict by not bringing up problems. Now let me talk to you about your marriage. Let's see what the card says. Well, as you can see from this card, it says that very easily things catch fire, which means guard what you say, guard what you do in this first 15 days of May. Is you listening to me. Stay away from saying things which are harsh, and stay away from doing things which might expose you to risk. Because of that, problems can happen. But it also might be that it is your marriage partner creating all the problems. If you value the marriage, you'll have to be a saint. You'll have to bend backwards. You'll have to be very accommodating. It'll be worthwhile. It's only 15 days after all, the first 15 days of May, which are going to be very troublesome for you. And now I'm going to talk to you about your last 16 days for you coming from Scorpio. And let's start with your job area. This is a very good card for your last 16 days. It says that whatever you have been doing, you have been climbing the ladder of success, and now is the time for good news and reward for you in your job area. And even if you're looking for a new job, do so in the last 15 days and you will get very good news. More money or better status, and definitely a happier person you will be in your job area in the last 15 or 16 days. Let me now talk to you about business if you're in business. And let's see what this card says. Well, your cups are being filled, which means good news, but there's a black moon there, which means that your past difficulties are also catching up with you. So tackle whatever has been troubling you to have the bad exposure in business in the past, because it may revisit you in this last 15 days or 16 days of May. And therefore, it will be depressing in the sense it will slow down progress, or it will bring a sudden and unexpected burden upon you. Apart from that, it says the ongoing businesses are doing well, your cups are being filled, and again this card says don't overdo things in the last 15 days, otherwise there'll be a tendency of wastage. So be cautious of what you really want in newness, and you tackle that in a sensitive way. And don't forget that something of the past may catch up with you and given you a lot of problems in your business area in the last 15 days. Let me talk to you about your romance and a new romance. And yes, it's a good card that says that a lot of happiness, a lot of issues are coming up. You are very popular, this card says, in the last 15 days. And so chasing for the romance you want, you'll find a very good one. And perhaps the romance of the first 15 days, which I told you is very troublesome, may start to mellow down and there will be more understanding. But I find that this card talks about a new romance also in the last 15 days, a new romance in the last 15 days, which is going to be very beneficial for you in terms of money. And there's also a sign there that this person you find a romance with would either be involved with you in a job area or a business area. Now, what about an ongoing romance? Oh, this is a brilliant card. It says that the ongoing romance you have is now going to improve with leaps and bounds, and talks of marriage or talks of buying a condo together or a car together, expansion or whatever is happening. So very good language is seen here for the last 15 or 16 days of May where an ongoing romance is concerned. So you're going to be very happy, and bonding is going to take place beautifully as well. What about your marriage? Let's pull this card to see what it says in the last 15 days. Well, you can see that there can either be good news about addition to a family, or that there's support coming from parents and siblings, or there's support either that your marriage partner is having a very good luck and therefore more money and more streaming of success comes in your partner's job or business areas. Or it is that you are beginning to do very well and can contribute a lot of love and happiness. So overall, it's a good card. So bonding takes place and togetherness takes place. Go out in the last 15 and 16 days with your marriage partner and your family if you have one already. And go out and bond, because this card is a beautiful card of growth of love and happiness. There you are. Now for you coming from Scorpio, I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. There will be some people of certain ages which I'm going to mention who will be very lucky in some area of their life or another. And from this card, if you happen to be the ages of 22 or 31 or 40 or 49 or 58 or 67 or 76, well, you can't have everything under the sun, so there will be some areas in your life which will do very, very, very well. So go for it for what you want, and you will get it very handsomely for yourself if you're of these ages. If you're not of these ages, you'll need to see me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50. And based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms, I'll tackle your next 7, 8, or 9 years. We'll talk about that later. Now let me talk to you about your lucky dates, DATES. And this is the card of unexpected goodness. So I will say that the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st of May is going to be very, very lucky for you. So go out and get what you want on these days and nights of the 4th, 13th, 22nd and 31st, and you'll get that very beautifully. Dress well and look good and focus on what you want, and you'll get that very handsomely. Now about your colors. Let's see what color for you coming from Scorpio is going to help you a lot. And well, I'm going to choose the color sky blue, which means a light blue. Wear plenty of light blue during the month of May. Undergarments, top garments, contact blue at home, contact blue in your place of work, and you will be inspired. You will have the magnetism of this futuristic planet this card shows. Kabbalistic cards have signs of planets and signs of zodiac signs. So it says the futuristic planets are all there, making you very futuristic with wonderful ideas. So you're going to be very lucky when you wear light blue as much as you can. Now about a lucky direction. Why direction? Because 9 planets are surrounding Earth to keep it in its place, because the Earth is mentioned as a very unfortunate planet, a very naughty one, to keep it in its place. And so when you look left or right or center or whatever, you coming from Scorpio, you're going to either get good luck or bad luck. And for you, I'm going to choose the sign that represents unexpected goodness, and for the month of May it is southwest. Face southwest as much as you can, and you will be able to get unexpected good luck in any area of your life that you're looking for. And do that for inspiration whenever you need one, and look that to attract. There's a thing called the law of attraction that will come for you when you face southwest for the month of May. Well, this is the news I have. Now regarding this 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50, during this 90 minutes, I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years, and based on your date of birth, time of birth, looking at your palms, I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions, a lot of information from the universe, so that you'll get your next 7, 8 or 9 years perfectly under your control and know how to be on top of them. So send me an email, and that email is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9, at gmail.com. Send me that email. I'll reply to you as soon as possible. Until then, thank you and goodbye.